Do we like this one or this one? We're gonna go with this. Cool. Well, hi guys, I'm Hounds Armory, and today we're gonna be trying to fix some blasters. Before we get started, the YouTube things, of course. If you're new here, subscribe button, talk in the chat, talk in the comments. If you're on the VOD, whatever. We're gonna start looking at my Indra, and we have a handful of parts that should help with this. You know, the whole fact that this blaster in its release form just doesn't work. I'm gonna pull the barrel off first and start with, hey Gary, how you doing? Pull the barrel off first, and we're gonna start by looking at the back end. There we go. I'll replace this later. Alright. How we doing tonight? Oh, it's been a while since I opened up this blaster. Trying to remember how to do this. Is this not the right size? I thought this was gonna be the right size. No, it is. Fine. Good to hear, good to hear. It's been a while since I did this, so we'll see how it goes. How I do not really remember how this blaster goes together. We're gonna see how it goes. And we're in, and I'm already losing parts. Okay. K25. And I think I'm just messing with this. I don't think I'm messing with any of that. So I think we can leave all of that together. Hey, what you working on? I am working on trying to get my Indra to function. Haven't looked at this blaster in a while, because I've been out of town, but I have a handful of parts here that should help. Hello, Charlie. I do not believe I'm a member of Nerf Life on Facebook. I'm on a lot of Facebook groups, but I don't think that's one of them, actually. Here, we'll jump on that one. Okay. Yeah. What? I don't think I'm Nerf Life. Ooh, why am I yawning? It's not even late yet. We just got started. I can't be tired, right? Can't be. Yes, I feel like I'm the only person who gave this blaster a slightly hopeful review, even if I didn't give it a fully positive review. And so I'm planning on trying to keep it as up to date as possible. Trying to get it working as well as possible, including having what is hopefully going to be a very, very nice scar barrel on it. Got that printing right now. And see if I can't get some love for this blaster. I mean, this blaster design has some problems inherently. It's a little too skeletonized. The auxiliary, yes, I am in the auxiliary. I did not just steal that logo to add into my logo. It is actually, I am actually a member of the auxiliary. But yes, I am in that Facebook group. All right, ooh, we got 6 people watching. Who all's here? Everybody sound off in the chat. I don't know who's here. Just gonna straight up replace this plunger head for starters. Alright, so I'm gonna try to tell you all what parts I'm adding. I can't remember who designed them, but for starters, we're adding the extended plunger head and the further undercut plunger rod. Both can be found on Thingiverse. I'm probably going to do the same thing I did last time. Find my go-to glue. Alright. Oh, I'll go find it later, Yuri. Wait, long stick or long strike? Clarify. Hey, Ballistic Foam, how you doing? Welcome back to another, whatever the heck this is gonna be. Oh no. Maybe oh yeah. That's a little tight. Is part warped? I don't think so. Is it? Parts as well. I sometimes do. I'm not very practiced or very learned in the art of 3D design. But I know the basics, so I'll go through and do things like add my logo or add custom names to parts or serialize some blasters, which I kind of stopped doing. There we go. Yeah, sometimes not. I try to, whenever I do a commission, I try to sign it in some way, though some of them I haven't, just because of the timetable with the client. Give me one minute. Wow, I'm yawning. Why am I yawning? This isn't, I don't know. Stick. I have to look that up. If you can find that. Yeah. For the most part, I print other people's designs. I really like doing reviews of the, new hotness 3D printed blasters, whatever. But actually print them myself, because a lot of the larger Nerf tubers tend to get sent them, like Captain Xavier, Walcom, Jack, all of them tend to get sent the blasters by the designers, and so of course those are going to work because, well, the designers built them. I like doing reviews that I build, because then I can talk to the little niche of the market that is people with 3D printers who want to build the stuff. And sometimes that means my reviews sound very different than other people's. And I like it that way. That is tight. I might not glue that. That might be plenty of a seal. Very much gooped up. Yeah, I use Fusion as well. I'm still on a student license, which helps a lot. I guess I gotta figure out how to get a hobbyist license in the next year. Um, I like Fusion. I think it's pretty easy to operate once you know the basics. Yeah, because what make some pieces for the links. What pieces are you trying to build for your links? I highly recommend the links as a first blaster. That build is very easy, especially compared to some others. It like if you watched, it might have been my most recent stream when I tried to build a Lynx and hit a roadblock. Um, if you, that is completely crusted shut. Okay. Score. Yeah, the Lynx is a great first printed blaster, especially if you have the print quality and the patience to print that large of a blaster your first time. And the other blaster we're looking at tonight, the Foam Knight RX, hopefully when I eventually get it working and get a review out, I can recommend that as a good start either. Because the build wasn't bad, it just, I don't know, mine's not happy. Look, don't be laughing at cosmetic and ergo stuff. That is half of the hobby right there. Making stuff look cool is half of our hobby, and then everyone wants their blasters to be comfortable. Personally, the Lynx is a little short for me until you put the stock extension on it, and then it just is so comfortable. Put a little super glue on this 2-part plunger rod to help it come unscrewed less. Put a little bead in there. Probably gonna get it all over my hands because that's what super glue does. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and with a great blaster like the Lynx, you don't want to mess with too much, but cosmetic and ergo stuff is always fun items. Hey, Boggle, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. We just hanging out. I'm rebuilding my Indra back end at the moment. And I think we've got our, oh, please tell me this works with K25. It does, okay. I don't know why, but my Indra will only function with K25. So, okay, good. The new parts will let me use K25. Okay, I'm gonna let that sit for a second. And where is our butt plate go? Ah, parts. These threaded inserts do not like to stay in the back here. They're just held in by the screw you put into them. Huh, cool. Speaking of ergos and cosmetics, I need someone to design a stock extension for this blaster. I can't think of how to do it myself. And right now I don't have the time to do it myself, but somebody out there, please, if we can get a stock extension, this blaster will become primable overnight. Boggle. Ooh, what videos do I have out? I'm assuming you're talking about my HVZ loadout video from a year ago. The black plate carrier. I think... That is a wonderful question. I do not know off the top of my head. I probably got it on either like Airsoft GI or Amazon. I got it back when I played Airsoft. And it's I think it's called a quick release plate carrier, where originally it had like steel cabling running through it, like that ran through the buckles and stuff. I am dropping screws. But that was kind of a hassle, and the actual function was kind of annoying if you didn't, need to pull it off of yourself in a hurry to like get medical attention, which we don't. And so I just ended up sewing all the buckles to the vest itself and just ripping out that functionality. It works well. It's kind of flimsy, so it kind of just hugs to my body, which is nice when you have to like run and stuff, but it also doesn't always hold magazines well. They tend to flop open a little bit. Likes to be picky about what mag carriers you use, but still works well. I'm gonna use it for until it breaks, because that way I don't have to buy a new plate carrier. That answer your question at all? Maybe. Okay. Because that goes like that. So what we've done so far is basically give some guidance and support for the spring and the plunger rod, because in this system, where's spring? The whole plunger tube and plunger rod are like what prime the blaster, or not the plunger tube and the pusher. But there's actually nothing supporting this or holding this in the blaster besides this cheek riser here and the ramp rod sometimes being up in the breech here. And so what you find is that as you prime, this gets twisted really easily and gets misaligned. And so when you just had this little cup at the back catching your plunger rod at the end, you basically were kind of on your own. Hello, Lo-Fi Espresso. Welcome to the stream. Right. Where is my grease? Get a paper towel. I'm gonna clean off these O-rings. Honestly, I clean up this. Yeah. Awesome. I'm glad that helped Boggle in some way. Alright, we're reaching like the 20-minute mark, and somebody tell me how the stream's going. Video quality okay, sound quality okay. How are we feeling about this? Cause yeah, I don't know. Let me know how it's going. Come on. There it goes. Yeah, let me relube this puncher tube. Let me clean this out. Why not? Good. That screw comes loose all the time. Let me address that. Looks and sounds good. Thanks, Gary. Got no real reason to think otherwise, but Good chicken. Thanks, Lewis, for letting me know. So, yeah, how's everybody doing? Anybody working on any projects, or everybody just hanging out? While I work. Hey, I love having something on the background while I'm working. Just recently finished my SPL build. Ooh, I've been wanting to look at the SPL. I just haven't had the time or the ability to get my hands on the hardware kit or the files yet. I got a backlog of blasters I want to build. Got burnout of modding. Yeah, it's a little rough when you run out of ability to keep building. Sorry to hear that. Awesome. Yeah, no, come on back. We're still having fun out here. Honestly, we all kind of had to take a break, unless you were crazy like me and started a YouTube channel. We all kind of had to take a break with COVID, but I mean, knocked my camera. Things are starting to open back up. I know the Carolina Nerf Association is starting to have events again. We've got a Darts in the Park at the end of the month, which I actually got to decide if I'm going to that or not, because it's either go to that or go to New Atlanta, and I think I'm going to go to Darts in the Park. How to figure that out. Because now there's events to go to, and there's like options of what event to go to, and that's crazy. At least new. And that's why I still do integrations. Yeah, as anyone who has watched my streams before knows, I've tried my hands at integrations, and I enjoy integrations, but I'm not the best at integrations, and I'll be the first one to say it. That was a little too much silicone oil, but hey. Get a little bit of this out of the tube. Cool. And that's kind of these upgrades, actually. Shall we see if she catches? That in. Ooh. Got screws coming loose. I really should have put Loctite in all these. There's this. There, here, is this blaster. Random question: what kind of spring should we be getting for the Lynx if there's a 200 FPS limit? Well, I've only ever had, I think it was a length of K25 in a Lynx, and I was getting like 220. I mean, if you have too high of a spring load in it, you can always, especially on the Lynx, you can loosen up your pusher seal a little bit, and that'll help you tune your FPS. Not sure if it was K25, but it's whatever the spring that you get from Orion blasters just normally. So I'd say I'm not the person to ask. I mean, you could ask Orion himself. He might actually have a chart on his website, if I remember right, that has kind of barrel length and spring combo FPS things. Ask him, or ask maybe like Silver Fox Industries. They've built a lot of Lynx. Those would be my picks. And that caught, and I don't have the barrel in it. But that caught first try with like no finagling. That's awesome. If this fixes this blaster, okay, I gotta now address the front end, which, shoot, I should have done before I put this back in, because now it's under spring pressure. Okay, I'm gonna pop the back off. UK Nerf scene, this is, oh man, that stinks. So yeah, that's a great, I mean, it's really hard to go wrong with a Strife with a Magnus under it. I would love to see, well, it's really rough to hear that the UK Nerf scene's still struggling, just because that's not, no one wants to hear that. No one wants to hear that any of our fellows are struggling, so sorry for that, but I hope you get it back into it, and hope you can start with a project you've always wanted to finish. That's a good plan. What do we got? All right. Oh, what happened? Something happened? I don't know. Yeah. Good to hear. Good to hear Lo-Fi Espresso. Maybe we'll just call you Espresso. Lo-Fi Espresso. I don't know. If you end up on my streams a lot, we'll give you a nickname. And yeah, I kind of busted Indra Classic because Indra Classic doesn't really work. But that's okay, because we're modders and we find ways to make things. Oh, I forgot about this. My screwdriver doesn't let me reach the screw. So I have to maybe take this apart weirdly. I have to take this all the way apart just to replace this one spot. Espresso works. Try 7 kilogram long shot spring. Yeah, try that. 9. Really? You're getting 260 out of a 9 kilogram spring? That's awesome. Okay. Did the stream like cut out for a second for anyone? Because my clock restarted and I don't know what happened. now a new stream on YouTube. No, YouTube. No, no. Well, I don't know what happened. I will figure that out after the stream, apparently. Um, it's really funny. Started to buffer. Okay. Okay. So I'm not crazy. Not sure what happened. Maybe my Wi-Fi dropped out for a minute or something reset on my laptop. Who knows? So we did all the stuff that should help it catch. Now I'm gonna do an update or an upgrade that should help the barrel be a little more stable, or at least the rail be a little more stable. Just remembered I have a shell strike. I am a fan of the shell strike master key. I think it makes a wonderful master key. It gives you nice options, or it can if you know shells. I have a design somewhere for a shell strike shell that does a demolisher rocket. I mean, it does it pretty badly, but it works. Cool. It's not storming or anything, so I don't know what happened with the stream. Really need these inserts out of this blaster because I do not have my spare hardware near me. I left it upstairs. Hey Nathan, how you doing? Well, the Indra kind of just is fuzzy, so we're trying to make it not fuzzy. Or are you saying that my video feed is fuzzy? Clarify. Because apparently I'm roasting this blaster tonight while I'm trying to fix it. I love this blaster. I should just clarify that. I love this blaster. doing all this work on this stream to make this blaster usable. Because I want to use it. Because it's cool. Although I will say these Iron Sights Captain Slug designed look great, but are really bad. Making fuss absolutely is making a fuss. It knows not how to do anything but fuss. So now it is in pieces. Here are the original part. I have all my little screws. Gonna want my file. Turn this up a little bit. Caution, filing noises. I'm going to turn my skewer into a bolt action carbine, but I don't know. I was about to build a skewer and then that commission fell through. I don't know how well that would work. I mean, I don't think it would be comfortable because the handle on the skewer is so far back, you wouldn't have much of your arm to put into the prime, but I could see it working. Um, hmm. Honestly, I think this is a better base bolt action. That's a lot of alliteration. Than a skewer is going to be. I think the skewer is an interesting beast. Um, Bought a stampede with the intention of money it, but internals scare me. Yeah, I would love to mod a stampede too, but they're kind of complex. And honestly, I don't know how much of a performance payoff you're gonna get off of a stampede. I will say they were very comfortable, and I know some people who really love their stampedes. So I don't know. Might be worth it for you, might not. Um, Go back to bolt is. Yeah, that's kind of where my brain's going to, Nathan. I just stabbed myself with my screwdriver. It's fine. Anybody made slam fire kit? Yeah, I saw that. Phone. Someone was making basically slam fire like add-on kits for all of the slug family stuff. It's kind of weird looking. It's like an yeah. It's kind of weird. I might might try one out. Might not. I don't know. Depends on if people show interest in it. Thoughts on Nerf Hyper? I'm not hype on Hyper, to be honest. Um, I haven't gotten to play with Hyper all that much, but it's really easy to lose. The fact that you can't actually use the capacities that the blasters claim with it, or the hoppers will get stuck up. Am I bleeding? Oh, I am bleeding. What do you know? Um, it's kind of a bummer. Uh, um, yeah, I don't know. I think Rival is going to be hard to beat out with Hyper for a lot of people. And a lot of clubs are not going to allow Hyper. Let's see, put my hand back together. Blood for the Blood God. I am not a Corn player. Um, I play Imperium and Orcs because Orcs. So maybe Blood for the Gork or Mork, whichever one is brutal and cunning, not cunning and brutal. I don't know. Skewers, comfy, buttery smooth prime. Good to know. Good to know. Yeah, I feel like I'm so behind chat. What's happening? Don't forget the deck. I always need more DACA. Um, yeah, the batteries are very chunky. Just switching it to a rechargeable will help with that, though. Um, oh, my screwdriver slipped and I stabbed myself, and so I'm just making sure I stop bleeding. I'm gonna put some super glue on it and be fine. Um, oh, hey Paul, what's going on? Um, it's like an add-on to the side. I'd be able to connect. I am so far behind chat. I don't know what's going on. Yeah. Um, yeah, I saw, it was on Facebook or Discord or something. I saw someone designing um, hyper magazines. Obviously for a blaster they were designing too, but it's really interesting to me that Nerf completely skipped over like the mag fed, the revolver option. They just went straight to hoppers. I don't have any clue why, but they did, and that's what we got. Um, I agree. Orc meat is technically vegan, and yeah, honestly, I just love squigs. And the fact that in order, whenever you see a model of an orc with hair, it's not that they have grown hair, it's that they've taken a hair squig and had it like bite onto their skull or something. It's so freaking ridiculous. Um, I the Percy's is quite good. I think it's a little small, but I'm also very large or like lanky and long. So whenever I say a blaster is small, just like take it with a grain of salt. Um, but no, the Percy's is a great blaster. Oh, having them emulate paintball, that would actually make sense with all the hopper feed and the really high capacity. That would make a lot of sense. Um, yeah, I mean technically the 40 round pistol thing would kind of be the Chronos derivative, but not really. No, it's hair. It's just not their hair. It's called a hair squig. You can Google it, and it's just like a ponytail with a little like beak at the end that just like pinches on, and the whole purpose of the hair squig is so orcs can wear them to have hair. Oh wait, no, but since they're fungus, would it be straw or leaves? Would orc hair be leaves? Are squigs fungus too? They definitely wear toupees. I don't know. I before this, let's get back to Nerf before this turns into an episode of Adeptus Ridiculous. But I do kind of need answers. Are squigs vegan too? It just works. What was I doing? Oh yeah, I've got to rebuild the barrel. See, this is what happens when you hurt yourself on stream. You start actually reading chat and things get a little funky. Well, I guess I gotta take it. Honestly, I might just leave the sights off for now because I gotta find some better ones. So, wait, that one's not going anywhere. Because it's not this part I'm replacing. I'm replacing this with this. Okay. Now I know what I'm doing. Um, answers. What should I do with the darts? Ultra's weird, man. I don't know. I'm not gonna be the person to ask because I haven't gotten to play with many Ultra Blasters either. So I really don't feel like I can tell you that any of them are worthwhile. Um, Especially not with the original ammunition. This sling swivel is annoying. Apparently the Ultra Screamers are fun because they make a lot of noise. Um, but yeah, what is that from? What is this? What is this nut from? I'm so confused. Um, yes, and I mean making modular barrels is always a good option. I'm Am I gonna leave this free-floated for now? Strain. Yeah, I'm gonna leave this free-floated for now. That kitchen, cool. That's what we need later. Why is this stuck? There it goes. The pinpoint darts seem interesting. I need to look into the pinpoint ultra darts. Because I haven't, so I don't know about them yet. You've seen Mega XL. I have seen the Mega XL links. They look goofy. Like it is. Like Mega's big. Like Mega darts are big. And you made something even bigger and chunkier. So of course I'm gonna get my hands on some eventually. And I've got a feeling a lot of clubs are gonna use Mega XL and kind of treat them as being interchangeable with like Demolisher rockets as far as rules go. Because I've got a feeling those things are not gonna fly all that well. Does this not fit? Do I need to go down a section of rail? I might need to go down a section of rail. Hold on. Imagine if ever. Yeah, it's just a ridiculously large mega, like, yeah. Don't get me wrong, I'm going to enjoy them, but my brain is just in awe that that's a thing that is coming to be. Makes it this guy. No, still got three. Huh. Oh yeah. Buddy. Oh my gosh, not you too. Not you too, Nathan. There are like 3 people on the internet constantly telling me I need to get into HPA. And it is not in the budget right now, but man, is that fun. Because, yeah, that's exactly what I would do, is I would HPA the 6-shooter Fortnite grenade launcher and just have a blast. Pun intended. Imagine it. Yes, absolutely. Partially because of End War 2019, especially if I'm writing the game, I do not want to play HVZ where you can't long-term stun tanks. So things like Demolisher rockets or Mega XL as a needed ammo type to stun tanks is absolutely encouraged by me. And my threaded rod is too short. One of these longer than the other. Ever so slightly. So. Oh. I've just completely taken apart my my Indra, haven't I? Hold on. I'm not paying attention to chat. What's going on? Besides, hopefully. HP doesn't have a good look with the. Oh, is the M79 that like basically HPA airsoft blaster that a lot of people got sent? I completely have not looked into that blaster at all because it's not interesting to me. Oh yeah, balancing multiple hobbies is always a struggle. I am an avid D&D player, and so yeah, my fitted rods are too short for this. Shoot! I'm gonna leave this on there, but man, that stinks. I have to get so many threaded rods. Luke's locked up. Drake's dead. Wolcomb's dead. I know that's why that blaster is not interesting to me at all. Is because it looks just like an AR, and that's not cool for our hobby. That doesn't fly with us. Exactly right, Nathan. It's yeah. There's just not a spot. It doesn't mesh with the way this hobby works and feels. It's not what we do. I don't. Well, it depends on where you're using it. Did that upside down. Thank y'all for having a discussion in the what's that thing called? Chat, and keeping it nice and civil, because I'm not having to worry about it, and that is very, very nice. that's very eventful. That's like the most eventful conversation I've ever seen in one of my live stream chats. Thank y'all. It's good for the algorithm. Y'all are making some good points. Yeah, that is. Yeah, what? The one LARP I go to has an FPS cap of like 120 or 130. It's not high. To the point of me having to pretty forcefully tone down my Shellington Arms lever gun, which is not a very high power system to begin with. So yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, sci-fi weapons do kind of blur the line. Yeah. I have yet to see someone make a good-looking Nerf Lancer. Not that that's a complaint. I just want to see someone do it, because that would look awesome. And that is sticking into my mag well. Go back this one up a little bit. Cannot thread these. Yeah, I mean, I feel like at some point you're gonna have to make a concession, and if you're going the LED route, you might not have space for the chainsaw. That's awesome. That's awesome. Honestly, the talk of performance at LARPs is where I'm kind of torn with this blaster, because it would be so much fun at Nuklanta, which is a Fallout themed LARP. But I also really want it to be high powered, so I'm kind of stuck. I gotta put this back together. Won't fall off then. Wow, I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing. But hey, I didn't stab myself again, so that's good. Yeah, a lot of expenses. I'm kind of grateful I didn't make my second hobby an expensive one. I mean, I say that and then I'm trying to get into Warhammer, but don't tell GW I'm definitely not buying any models anytime soon. And honestly, I'm probably gonna not play as much tabletop because Nerf's coming back, and well, depending on what my school schedule looks like, I might actually get to go to Wars for once. I can print minis, but then that means I'm not printing Nerf things, which means I'm not printing things for YouTube. And actually, if you check on my Instagram, well, now I don't, but I had a pretty good mini profile set up. I gotta rebuild it because laptop died. Yeah. Would you rather not have Fang revamps or not have the Nexus Pro? Ooh. That is a very hard question. And it's because I'm an HVZ player before I'm a competitive player. And so Fang revamps are god tier motors because they spin up so fast that on every Fang revamp build I've done, I've been able to pull the rev and firing trigger at the same time and have a dart leave the barrel with a decent velocity. And so your reaction time with flywheels isn't limited to your spin up time, which makes a huge difference. However, the Nexus Pro has brought a lot of people into the hobby. The Nexus Pro is also gonna force just the mainstream market into a different direction, which is going to be interesting to say the least. And so I think I've got to say I'd rather not have the Fang revamps just because someone else would have made a good HVZ motor. And I don't think anyone else was going to make a blaster that sits on shelves and hits 150 FPS out of the box and comes with half-length darts and half-profile magazines. I think that's going to be my answer. As much as it pains me to say, I think I'd rather not have Fang revamps. I don't game as much as used to. Got burnt out. I've never played a Halo game. And part of that is I just never make time to play video games much. And so, like, I've only played through Skyrim once. I still haven't gotten past the tutorial on Breath of the Wild. I got to Diamond City in Fallout 4. Like, I don't play video games much. But Halo Infinite does look very good. And so I might make an effort. I mean, the alternatives to the Nexus Pro are also made by Dart Zone, so yeah. I haven't gotten my hands on Nexus Pro yet, but my buddy Andre is testing out a thing that if it works well, I'm gonna have to get my hands on a Nexus Pro to do a review on. So you heard it here first, people. Canada, it's not in the UK. It is definitely shaking up the meta. It is very easy to get your hands on a powerful for super stock, if not, super powerful, but a powerful for super stock, which is what most public games are. It is very easy to get your hands on a plenty powerful Springer now. Especially with the Aeon Pro and the Conquest Pro, like you even can get multiple form factors. It's just crazy. It's awesome. I want more. I need to actually mess with those blasters though, because I haven't yet. That is awesome. For a while, I had C-3PO as my navigation voice, but by design, his voice gets annoying, so that wasn't... Well, that didn't last forever, let's just put it that way. Yeah, Breath of the Wild's one of my little brother's favorite games. It probably is my girlfriend's favorite game. I just don't video game much. I like tabletop gaming and doing this stuff and Where's this kitchen? Alright, and now we're back to where we were a minute ago, putting the back end back together, right? Yes. Well, kind of. We need the Adventure Force Pro magazines to be on Walmart shelves, but then for $100 you can get a loadout ready to go. Oh dang, yeah, you're over in England. I guess it is early. It's only 6:45 here, so yeah, if you fall asleep listening to the stream, well, I'm sorry. But thanks for hanging out for as long as you do. I guess to complete the Holy Trinity. The Conquest is honestly the one that, for the longest time, was the most interesting to me, just because it's weird. And it's different, and it's cool, and would be so great if we got different and cool ideas from our mainstream companies. So yeah. One of the most exists like ever. I agree. It was funny. I was actually talking to a guy earlier today. He was like, "Yeah, when I was in college, we did like Nerf wars in the library, and it was like the most fun I ever had." And I was like, "Well, then why don't you go to wars now?" It's like, I don't know. I got out of that hobby. Never really got into it. It's like, why? It's fun. It doesn't have to be super expensive because you don't have to go all competitive, but most people do because it's fun. Like, why? It's so much fun. Lawnmower racing. Lawnmower racing was a thing when I was a kid, I feel. Oh, the fact that this catches, and I'm starting to not have to fear for my fingers. Could be a Walmart Mark II. I don't know if there'll be a Walmart Mark II. That would be cool. I'm stuck to my chair. Yeah. Becomes more mainstream. Yeah, no, I'll agree with you. I do kind of hope this hobby becomes more mainstream, simply to kind of cut down how long my conversations with people who ask me, it's like, "Oh, you have a YouTube channel?" It's like, "Yeah, I modify Nerf blasters." So what's that? You know Nerf blasters? Yeah. I take them apart, I make them work a little different, a little better, and I build homemades. What? Have a lot of those conversations, you can tell. I agree. I honestly I would love to see Adventure Force, or not even, yeah, Adventure Force Pro do a revolver. Just because I want to see what that is. I want to see what a pro revolver is. Um, and a half-tire revolver on shows could be really interesting. Love to see what. Yeah, I think that's my next hope for the pro line is a Dart Zone Pro Mark II equivalent at Walmart. That's a revolver. That sounds cool. Alright, so to try to help with some of this barrel wiggle, I did put some electrical tape on here, which seems to be doing pretty nice. And I'm also going to put some Teflon tape around my pins. Interesting. The Mark III. I want to see how they're powering the Mark III. It looked very similar to the Spectrum, right? Is the Spectrum the Adventure Force green stripe guy? It looks very similar to that aesthetically. So I want to see how different they are. So what sort of battery they throw in it, that sort of thing. Because that's what makes the difference. Besides motors and wheel geometry and so much else. You could attach a jolt to the front or something. I got you. So get a Proud Papa from Out of Darts and just put a little bit of Picatinny rail on the front of your skateboard. So you can just like stomp on the little button and it'll fire. And then it's modular, so you can use all your ammo types. You can use Ultra Darts for it, like you were talking about earlier. Get that shotgun blast, get that rival Omega, whatever. Boom. Attack skateboard. Yeah, it's really punch. Come on. Get those pins. It's a little better on the barrel wobble, but I still wish. So what I was supposed to do is with this angled front piece, yeah, that was not going to happen. Was supposed to let me shift this top threaded rod back enough to screw into this block here, which I was hoping would stiffen up the whole barrel assembly a lot. My barrel reset into place. That being said, this is back. And how's my seal looking? Not not bad. Great, but not bad. It's catching reliably, which is an improvement. Do it, man. Do the tactical skateboard. It's fine. Before I go back to college, maybe get a Cobra proof of concept. This magazine. I think the orange, blue, and orange. Yeah, blue and orange deck. Absolutely. It's the Elite skateboard. Absolutely. Okay. Try. I've heard that Ultra can be good in like a breach system. I'm gonna move my camera angle here a little bit. Yeah, I've heard that. Why is this being stuck? Is that screw? What? Alright, let's see if I can get through a sixer. Ooh, one more. Well, that seems to work. That seems to work quite well, actually. Okay, so I feel like this is the intro half fixed, kind of. I still want something that actually locks this forward. And so I would like some support here. Oh wait, you guys cannot see what I'm pointing at. Hold on. Going back down. That's upside down. Flip. There it goes. Alright. So, back end, at least this much is good, I think, as far as reliability goes. Would love something that actually locks the breech forward when you rotate the ball handle down, as well as a little bit of support in here. I have an idea that I might play around with. We'll see. Be design work, which I'm not great at. The front end, though, definitely needs some work. With the wiggle, I know the design has officially been changed to use the threaded standoffs and screws up here, as well as this whole one that's just two of the thicker bolts going up here. So I'll play with that and see what that helps. I would also like to get this top rail more solidified using this mod, so I just need a new threaded rod. I think this is coming along. What am I missing in chat? Cool. Yeah. Am I in focus? I cannot even tell. No, just great lighting. Cool. So I'm gonna let y'all vote. We can call it there. I think we've been streaming for like an hour and a half with a little blip in between, but you know, hour and a half. We can call it there and be happy that the intro works, or we can do a little bit of work on the RX. On the RX. So I was hoping I was gonna do a review of this week, and then it wasn't working. So, but my crooked cousin came in So I shot that review and then my laptop died. So maybe I'll put a video out next Wednesday. Probably put out a video next Wednesday. Which blaster espresso? The little one or the big one? I'm gonna put some more darts through my Indra. Oh, y'all vote. Keep going or call it a night. What's gonna work? Okay, so that's solid. Keep going. Try the RX. All right. Well, let's keep going then. This thing needs some work on its seal, but it's not too bad. I don't have Macroni down here to check. So, this thing. So the problem I'm having is the way this catches is the spring pops out the back and catches on those two square nuts, but it doesn't anymore. So, I'm gonna try a couple things. I'm gonna try not to talk about the blaster too much, because I'll do all my opinions and my thoughts and stuff, and all the things, when I get around to reviewing it, which should be end of the month. 3 or 4, 3 or 5 weeks probably. Cool. One thing I will say, this grip is terrible. I need a new one. It is not it. To say the least. Not that I'm aware of. Might go look. I printed this pretty recently, as well as got the hardware kit pretty recently, a week or 2 ago. So I can check to see if there's been updates since I got this one put together. But I've got a feeling I just have my plunger rod screwed in too far. At least that's where I'm gonna start. One thing is, Foamnite does include all of the tools for the blaster with the kit, with the exception of a screwdriver, but all the Allen keys come with. The other thing I can do is replace. It doesn't seem like there's much wear on these nuts. I'm gonna swap them out regardless. Because that's the other fix I can think of. Oh, that's the wrong way. Watch me unscrew these massive screws. Work smart, not hard, kids. Nope, that's the wrong way. Go the other way. There we go. Yes, I could just rotate them 90 degrees to expose a new face. Let's do that. it's a really cool catch mechanism in that there's not many moving parts, and the trigger just kind of boops the plunger rod up off, which does make for a very nice crisp trigger pull. Right after I put this together, it worked for a little while, and then it stopped. I'm not sure why. I haven't had the time to really crack it open. I don't think it's spring compression, and even if it is, I already implemented a fix for that. I effectively extended the plunger rod a little bit. I don't think there's going to be a design issue with spring compression because this is the spring that is wound for this blaster from Foam Night. So I think overall the spring's probably okay. Just having current problems. Yeah, I started watching Full Metal Alchemist again, and I've got the, like, it's not always the battle music, but it's like the intense scene music stuck in my head. It's terrible. I would hope it doesn't wear out that easily as well, but I did see some deformation on the edges that it caught on. And it is like, I mean, the screw is most likely hardened steel. The nuts are probably just mild steel. So it's a possibility. I think it's one of the two. And frankly, since I'm lazy and we did both possible fixes at the same time, we're not going to know which one. Yes, I have seen. Am I speaking Spanish? I don't think I'm speaking Spanish. YouTube, what are you doing to me? Yes, I have seen the Sobek. I don't know how to feel about the Sobek. The shells are the size of soda cans. And that's big, like, not like full size soda, but like the Red Bull skinny cans. That gives me a pause. The shells are quite large, and the blaster in general is quite large. I don't know. Honestly, I want a Sobek or a Spring Thunder, and I'm not sure which one. I'm not sure which one I want to build, because at the moment I definitely can't build both. I'm not gonna be able to build either. Maybe that'll be my like spring build this year. I'm probably gonna talk to Boomstick and Valor because I know they've both built both and used both. It is huge, but I'm pretty tall, so I kind of feel okay with it. I can't remember if it was Boomstick or Valor's review, but one of them talked about the designer being a 40K cosplayer, and I was like, oh, okay. Makes sense why he designed a big blaster. Sorry. Yeah, I don't. He seems too much for anyone without gorilla arms. I heard the Prime was surprisingly smooth. So I don't know about needing gorilla arms, but definitely need some length on your arms, I think. So yeah. All right. See you, Nathan. I don't know. What do y'all think? Sobek, Spring Thunder. Do y'all even know what we're talking about? They're the two main 3D printed designs for tube fed shell taking blasters that are pump action shotgun blasters. Bullet caught. Need a dart. Ooh, and then it didn't. And then it didn't. And then it didn't. And then it didn't. So, let's see if I can help y'all see this. Where's the camera? So I'm getting enough compression, but as I release, it slides off. I'm not really sure what to do about that. So, Must not. It might not. Is it still in beta? It might still be in beta. So yeah. So for y'all who just dipped out, looking at this, we're getting enough compression, right? We're getting enough compression. We see that it is actually extending past the catch surfaces, but once spring pressure is put on that, it slides through. And those were the fixes I had. So, what do I do next? Well, I'm stumped. Hold on. I'll drink some tea and think about it. Oh, and that's definitely scraping material off of that nut. Well, the screw seems fine. Huh. Where is video or files? For this guy, I believe the files are on Thingiverse, but I think to get to them you have to go to Foam Knight's website. And I don't know that I follow. Oh wait, no, and then he has instructions. Really nice instructions on his website as well, but I haven't watched any reviews. I like to do my reviews blind. But this might be one of those I have to go do some research. Maybe. I don't know. Kind of stumped. The rod is warped. Let me see if I can turn it. so let me turn it like 100 degrees. Yes. Still not catching. Now 90 degrees and not. Nope. Well, dang it. And we're still talking about shotguns. Okay. Well, y'all, I'm a little stumped at the moment. This might. Oh, that's where that nut came from. Any ideas? Any ideas from the chat? Huh. XE, is that the new one? The mag and grip guy? Probably, because yeah, this is the RX. I think it looks very uncomfortable, but very sleek and compact. Kind of along the same lines as the Zinc. And I don't know. If y'all are interested, let me know in the comments of this once it's a VOD, because I'm more likely to go back and look at that than I am at the chat here for, hey, I wonder what my viewers would like to see next kind of stuff. Because I do that. Alright, well... Huh. Any ideas? Any ideas from the peanut gallery? Because I might call it a night and shoot an email to Foam Night and be like, hey, got a problem. Because if I can't get a blaster to work, I don't do a review on it. Because that's not fair. That's just bashing a blaster at that point. It's a cool blaster. I really... Oh, did it catch again? Oh, we got it to catch again. Dart. There's one. Nope. Nope. Well, hey, 50% counts. Got one blaster working. It seems to be pretty well. I'll have to be... Oh my gosh, I need a stock extension so I can prime this thing. Oh. But this is promising. I gotta talk to Foam Night about this, because at least do some research, watch other people. But if the spring is worn out in bit, I don't know how the spring could be worn out and bent, because I got the hardware kit, I put it together, it worked for an evening, and the next day it stopped working because the gear teeth, one of the gear teeth sheared. And it worked for, I reprinted it and worked for a day, and gear teeth sheared, and now I don't have the gear teeth shearing problem, but I do have the problem of it not catching now. So I don't think it's been, like, I don't think the mechanism has been worked enough, and the spring hasn't been in compression long enough for it to wear out. It could be, and I mean, if it, I don't know. I don't really feel like opening it up right now, again. I don't know. I'm gonna look at some other people's reviews. Um, and I'm going to probably end up messaging Foam Knight. But hey, I'll go through and I'll put the links to the Indra parts that I used in this stream in the description of the VOD, as well as I'll put links to both blasters. I want to start doing that more when I do these things. That is a good point. There's not a lot of pre-compression in this blaster though. There's maybe half an inch. Um, maybe? I don't know. I was not in the hobby during the time of old school homemades. Um, I don't know. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for helping me in the chat and having some awesome conversations in the chat. It's good to be back to being able to do some live streams, and hopefully I'll do some more. I'd love to do like one a week for the next couple weeks before I get super busy again. But we'll see what happens. Keep an eye on my Instagram for updates. That's where I usually put updates first when I do things like live streams. Sometimes, like today, I'll put a short out on YouTube, but just my Instagram's the spot for updates.